Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Misled Farms. We are here on the Frankenmuth Farms map based out of Michigan, which is very sentimental to me. That is my home state where I am originally from. No, I do not currently still live in Michigan, but I am familiar with Frankenmuth in real life. I have been there plenty of times as I was growing up as a young kid. And so this one kind of tugs at the heartstrings a little bit, kind of brings back that nostalgia of being home, but I'm super excited to get started on this series. I hope you guys are as well. Smash the like button, click on the subscribe button, ring the notification bells, do what it is that YouTubers ask you, the viewers, to please do. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, all that good stuff so you guys don't miss any future farming sim content here on the channel as we get started with a start from scratch series here in Frankenmuth, Michigan. Let's get right into the rules that we have set for this series right here, because I'm very good at telling myself in videos like what the rules are going to be, and at about 2 episodes into the series I completely just kind of botch all of the rules and just start doing as we please. But that's not what we're going to do here on the series. No Man's Land, that content is still going to be coming out. I got episode 5 is probably already going to be released by the time that you guys are seeing this episode. But I just wanted to put out some more content on the channel. I realized that No Man's Land, a lot of different people have done series on that map. And so that one, for me, I kind of just felt like, it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. But at the same point, I want to also throw some different type of content up there. And I wanted to actually do a no-joke start from scratch series. As you can see, we have $0 in the bank. All we have is the truck that sits right here in front of us. And with that, let's get into the rules in which we will be abiding by for this series. Now, first and foremost is going to be no cheating money. That is utilizing the easy dev mod to give ourselves any money, add money, take money away, or set our current bank account balance to whatever we need it to be. We are not going to be doing that throughout this series here. We are, again, starting with $0. We have no active loan balance whatsoever. We don't owe the bank anything. The bank doesn't owe us anything. All we have is this truck. We spent the last remaining money that we had on this truck once we got here to Frankenmuth, just so we'd have a way to initially traverse around the map and get to where we needed to be. We don't even own a house or anywhere that we can sleep tonight. So we got to get busy here shortly making some money. And how are we going to do that? Well, we are going to accomplish that from doing contract work. All the money that we make must come from contract work or from our own products once we get our own farmland going. Again, though, we cannot take any loans to get ourselves any further ahead of the game. Collectibles on the map are fair game if there are any. I do have to double check and see if Frankenmuth has collectibles. I'm pretty sure it does. And typically collectibles they have some sort of monetary value associated with them. So if we do find the collectibles, we can absolutely pick them up, but then we absolutely have to turn that money back in. We will charitably donate it to the town of Frankenmuth so they can do with it as they see fit. As far as in-game stuff, normal economy mode is what we're going to be on. Crop destruction's turned on. We have fieldstone turned off because I hate dealing with fieldstone. Weeds are turned on. Precision farming will also be incorporated. And our end goal here at Frankenmuth Farms is to make $3 million as fast as we possibly can. So it's definitely not going to be a overnight type thing that we're able to make $3 million, but it gives us something to shoot for. That's going to be our end point. Now, this is how we're going to get there. We have contracts. Right now, we've only got approximately $32,000 worth of contracts sitting out there, so not a bad start. Realistically, that's an excellent fertilizing contract for $15,000. The problem is, guess what we can't do? Can't buy fertilizer because we don't have any monies to do so. So it looks like we are probably going to get started with a harvesting contract. So I'm going to go ahead right now and just borrow the items for that, just so we have everything set and ready to roll for that. This plowing contract also doesn't seem too bad. We'll probably pick that up. Supply and transport contracts. Now, these are not off limits. However, we are going to be a long ways away from making these contracts work for us because we don't have any oat, we don't have any alfalfa, we don't have wheat, and we damn sure don't have any sand. But if we, down the line, if we meet the requirements for these contracts, we can absolutely do supply and transport contracts to make ourselves some money. But right now, off the table, not going to be possible, can't do it. Just so happens, this was not planned, that we have started down here at the shop. So let's take a look at the map and let's see where we are heading first for our contract. I already forgot what field we're going to be on. I have no idea what field we just accepted a contract for, and I don't see it flashing at me on the map. This is bad. I'm already lost. Field 37. I feel like I looked right at field 37 and it's not flashing whatsoever. Oh, it is. It just blends in with the green almost. Well, that's not bad. It's right down the road from us. Well, hell, let's go and get started. All right, let's get in this bad boy. This thing is nice. I like this. Big old Kloss harvester here. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the header, get this set up on the header trailer, which I feel like I have to move the header trailer as well. Let's just continue to run into that. No big deal there. All right, and the next thing we're gonna do, you know what? Let me jump back in my truck, or not. It's not gonna connect. Nope, so the truck is not gonna work for that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the tractor then. Ooh, it is a Fendt too. I'm a fan of the Fendt tractors, to be completely honest with you. All right, hopefully this connects. First of all, let's zoom this camera out here a little bit so we can see what we got going on here. It'll be all good because once we get the header on the trailer, we'll just tow the trailer with the actual combine itself. I am going to do just a bit of a better job getting this lined up to place this on said trailer. Hopefully I'm coming at this the right way. We were not. There it goes. We were. Oh, and we get tandem trailers. Nice, nice. It's going to help us out big time. I do feel like we're going to still be making multiple trips, though, to the drop-off point for this canola that we're going to harvest. I doubt that both of these trailers are going to be enough to hold the entire harvest. But, all right, so we got those hooked up. Let's maneuver the... Might have to move the tractor and trailers. We'll see. We might have enough room to squeeze in there and get hooked up to the header trailer, though. Oh, yeah. It's going to be just fine. Just fine. All right. I'm going to start getting all this equipment moved down to field 37 and catch up with you guys before we get underway with our first harvest here to make a little bit of money off our first contract. It is, so it's kind of weird to say this, but I'm going to say it. This legitimately gives me Michigan vibes. For real. Like, this actually gives me Michigan vibes. Like I said, this series for me is going to be super nostalgic because, again, Michigan's my home state. That's where I grew up at up until I moved a few years back. But, yeah, I mean, truthfully, Michigan's got more farmland than people really want to maybe think about that it actually has. It's probably not the biggest agricultural state ever, but it holds its own. It definitely holds its own. So Jim and Joanne over here, we talked to them, let them know that we were going to be parking some stuff in their front yard. They said, absolutely, no problem. We totally get it. There's not much space to park our equipment anywhere else here across from field 37. Very conveniently, we have this big ditch right here, so we can't park too close to that. I mean, we could probably pull the tractor up over there, but nonetheless, we need to go ahead. We need to get started. Daylight is... Oh, I left it at 0.5 for my time multiplier. Yeah, we need to bump that back up. I think we're going to start off at a 5 times multiplier. We're going to see where we're at with that. See how that kind of feels for a little while. But we may end up changing that back down to a 3 times multiplier. Just kind of see where we're at. Hold up traffic. I get it. You guys got places to go, but I got this field ain't going to harvest itself. You know what I'm saying? All right, the canola field 37. Let's unfold everything. Let's go ahead and once this is all unfolded, oh, it's still unfolding. Here we go. Let's get underway on our first contract. Awesome. There we go. Ran into a telephone pole. I just want to make sure I get everything from over there. There is like no space between these fields whatsoever. Very, very, very minimal space between these fields. That's actually kind of crazy. All right. This field is massive, so yeah, I am gonna stay busy here getting this field harvested, and yeah, I'm gonna catch up to you guys when we go ahead and tip the hopper into the grain carts. I'll keep you guys updated on how much we pull off of this field as far as what are we harvesting? Canola, as far as the canola is concerned, and we are absolutely gonna do some fast farming on this as well, so it shouldn't take us very long at all to get this field knocked out and done. All right, we've made basically just got all the headlands harvested up here, and then one other pass going back up towards the south end of the field here. We cleaned this whole area up. I'm going to do the same thing over on that side after we tip this into our grain carts, but yeah, already got nearly 18,000 liters pulled off of this field. And I got to be honest with you, I definitely think I'm going to reposition our grain trailers real quick just to make this a little bit easier on myself. As you can see, we've already ripped mailbox right there. That's not a good look for us as we get started on our first contract here in the community. But hey, you know what? It happens. If you wanted it done better, you should have just, done it yourself. Yeah, that's perfect. There we go. Jump into the combine, wait for this to empty out into the grain cart. We might actually have to tip some into the second grain cart. This grain cart very well may not hold all of this. Oh, it's gonna be so close, so close. I think we're gonna be all right. I think one combine harvester is gonna fill this whole grain cart up, almost. Very, very close. All right, away we go. Let's get it going. Let's get this stuff finished up. All right, we are in essence done with this field. I just got to tip the rest of this canola into our grain cart here real quick and then I should have enough room to go finish up the remainder of the field. We'll have to leave the combine harvester full for the time being while we go tip these two grain carts at the designated station for where this canola needs to be turned in. Like I said, we only got like maybe a pass and a half left to do. I'm hoping that we have cleared up enough space in the grain hopper of the combine in order to get all the rest of this canola in. But yeah, for the most part, the work here on this field is done. Delivery is going to be the next part that we have to take care of. And then we are going to make some extra money depending on how much canola actually needs to be turned in to consider the contract to be completed. So let's just say, for an example, if we had a total of 10,000 liters of canola that came off of this field, the contract may only call for 8,000 of that 10,000 liters to be delivered in order to consider the contract to be completed. If that's the case, then we would bank money off the remaining 2,000 liters that would still be deposited at the sell point for canola, so we'd make a little bit of extra money on top of the contract value already. So there it is. The field is completely harvested up, done. We can go ahead and turn off the combine harvester. We know that both of our grain carts are full, so we might as well just jump into the Fent. And where are we taking this to? Frankenmuth Farmers Market. All right, it should be highlighted for us on the map, I think. Frankenmuth Farmers Market. There it is. Tag the place. It's right down at the end of the road. Should have the green beam. There it is. Too easy. On our way with 43,000 liters of canola, plus whatever remains in the combine harvester. I think there's still like, what was there, like 15,000 more liters in the combine? So going to be pretty close to 60,000 liters in total. Yeah, I'd probably say closer to 55 to 57,000 liters in total. I'll be curious to see as well how much money we actually make on top of the, let's see, while we're going straight Hopefully we don't run off the road. So $9,000 off this contract. Plus, I'm going to say we're going to make close to $11,000 total for this contract once everything's all said and done. So $11,000, not a bad start to our day here at, on Frankenmuth Farms. All right, we are 80% transport complete for field 37, so we're going to zip back down, offload the rest of the combine. I really don't feel like we're going to have very much canola left over that we're going to make a lot of money off of, but you never know. I think we're going to make a few extra bucks. We just ain't going to make too much off of it, but that's okay. That's all right. Eventually, we're going to start making some more money off not only the contracts, but hopefully be able to afford our own farmland in which we can purchase our own field, start doing a lot of our own different stuff, such as harvesting our own product. Maybe get some animals going on the farm. You never know. The options are endless for the things that we can do here on Frankenmuth Farms. All right, pulling up to the Frankenmuth Farmers Market here with the final 13,500 liters of canola off field 37 for the contract. We'll pull up here and we are going to go ahead and start tipping this. This will be nice because this will tell us exactly how much money we're going to make because we have a $0 balance in the bank. So we should be making money about right now, I would say. There it is. Wow, we actually made more than I thought we were going to off that harvest income. So there's 5,300 bucks right there just off the harvest income. Yeah, basically at this point, I don't really care to travel around with the rest of that stuff. We are just going to collect on that contract. Done deal. Yeah, $12,000 already in the bank. Now, that brings up one thing, though, that we got to kind of look just for gigs here. I just want to take a look. I feel like that's the exact same combine harvester we just had. Legit feel like it's the same exact one. Yeah, so nothing there that we really care about. We need a place to sleep tonight. Just saying, we need a place to sleep. These houses that are part of the Platinum expansion, yeah, those are pretty awesome. Look at this. Are you kidding? That is awesome. Oh, that is crazy. I like that. That's so cool. Yeah. Shop areas restricted. I don't care. Yeah, we're going to live right outside the farm shop. That's it right there. Throwing up a tent right up underneath the tree. Done. There's where we live. We officially live there. All right, so there's 500 of our hard-earned dollars. Let's see what else can we do? I feel like these fertilizing contracts have got to be about a joke. I mean, we could literally do that contract. Oh, maybe. Oh, yes, we can. So check this out. I don't know if you guys probably know this already, but when you're doing contracts, if you look at contract for field 28 and for field 1, it is the same equipment. So here's what you do. You borrow the equipment for field 1, and then you just accept the contract for field 28. Now you don't have to pay the leasing fee. Boom, done deal. You can use this equipment on both fields. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's cheating. It's stealing from the game. So we're about to make another $25,000 here real quick. Like, the only problem here is we have to pay for our own fertilizer. It's kind of a bummer. Let's just get the max because we know we're gonna need it. Oh, it's 15,000. I can't even afford that. Oh no. Okay, maybe 6,000. I don't know. What was the most expensive contract? We need to do field 1 first. Need to do field 1 first. I hate the fact that you have to pay for fertilizer for fertilizing contracts. Like, I feel like if the farmer wants me to come and fertilize their field for them, the least they could do is provide the fertilizer for which they want me to spread. That's all I'm saying. I don't feel like that's asking too much. All right, well, here we go. I mean, field 28 is literally right across the street from us. And field 1 is so far up the road. Oh, Lord. I mean, here's the thing. Like, if we don't finish field 1, like, if we can't finish field 1, We can't afford fertilizer. I'm thinking we do field 28 first, just to make some money. If we have leftover fertilizer, that's a bonus. That's a win. Yeah, I didn't really think about having to buy the fertilizer. I guess I just wasn't really expecting it to be that expensive. In fact, was that expensive. Oh boy, and then we got to figure out what's going to be the best way to attack this field once we get up there. I think it's going to be just on the other side of this farmhouse here. Should be field 28. Yeah, that's looking like the one. So we'll pull up in there by the red barn. Actually, no, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm literally just, I'm going to borrow your field just for a little bit. Are we really about to fertilize a field that's full of weeds right now? Of course we are. Well, let's just do our best and try to preserve as much fertilizer as we can for this contract. I think we're going to have enough here to get this contract completely done, but we'll see. I'm not 100% certain. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but we'll see. We're already at 10% complete. We barely have used any of this fertilizer. The hard part is it's very hard to see where you've already been with the fertilizer, but I think we're on a pretty good path right here. This is basically going to take care of about 40% of the field already for like right off the start. Should anyways. All right, there it is. Contract on field 28 finished. We used barely just over 500 liters. That's crazy. With that, I'm going to say let's just head up to field 1. I mean, I think we have enough to get field 1 done as well. I don't even think we're going to need to restock any of our fertilizer. That was awesome. That was unexpected, but also very awesome at the same point. Watch out, car. All right, we've made it to field number 1. And, yeah, I don't think this one's going to take us very long to complete this either. I mean, it helps that we have a 42 meter working width on the fertilizer spreader. We're looking good on the amount of fertilizer that we have left. Now, the only downfall to this is, I'll say this. All of the remaining excess fertilizer, we have a couple different options on what we can do with it. And I think I do have an idea of what we can do to help save ourselves money in future fertilizing contracts. So realistically, after we complete the contract, all the equipment just automatically gets turned back in. The fertilizer that remains in the spreader, we may or may not get some kickback for unused product on that. However, we could also just unload the fertilizer spreader and set the unused fertilizer off to the side for use on later fertilizing contracts. I mean, it makes sense when you stop and think about it. Contract on field 1 finished. We used about 700 liters on that field right there, so that's good. All said and done, we didn't even use 1,500 liters of fertilizer total. So I way overspent on that. But I'm thinking if we just unload it, we have 4,700 liters left. Now, is there another fertilizing contract? There is not. That I was gonna say that utilizes the same exact spreader that we currently already have, but no such luck. Do have a couple plowing contracts. That's pretty cool. I do that one. Oh my god, $30,000. That is tempting. That is very tempting, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Mainly because I don't have the plow that I like to use on this game yet. Hopefully we'll eventually have it. Oh, let's see. I don't know what to do with the rest of this fertilizer. I mean, we could definitely do more fertilizing contracts, but I don't know. I don't know. Could probably do the 10,000 and the 14,000. We might do that. We might do that. Let's get back. Let's offload the rest of the fertilizer that we have. We'll offload that over back at the farm shop near our tent. We'll turn in these 2 contracts, collect our money for this, and then we'll look at doing those other 2 contracts to make a little bit extra money. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be about a wrap for this first episode here on Frankenmuth Farms. All right, there we go. There is all of our fertilizer back. So we should have 4,000 liters plus like 700 and some change. Yeah, 741 right there. Tractor and the fertilizer spreader have been returned to the farm shop. Let's go ahead, let them know that we are finished up with their contracts, and we can go ahead and collect and collect. Boom. $22,850. Looks like we made a total of $22,266 off both those contracts. So that's good. It's a good day. It's a good day. Now I'm thinking, let's take a look at field 27 real quick. Right across the street from us, basically. Might as well, I think, 4,000 liters. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to put all 4,000 liters into the tractor on that one. Now, see, there it is. We can do both of those contracts with one. So let's borrow the items and then accept the contract. Done deal. This is getting crazy. This is a very, very prosperous first day here on the farm. To hell with that weight, too. I'm not picking that weight up. I don't really feel like I'm going to need that weight, but so we're going to leave that behind right now. I appreciate their concern, but yeah, I just don't feel like we're really going to need that. All right, we're loaded up, heading over to field at 27 first. That's where we're going to start at. I'm going to go ahead fertilize fields 27 and 17, and I'm going to catch up with you guys when that is complete, when we turn in the contracts, and we'll see how much fertilizer we have left over after completing those. And then, as I stated before, and then kind of went back on, that will then be a wrap on this first episode. Making our way back over to our little tent there that we have popped up outside of the farm shop. As you can see, we still have 3,300 liters of fertilizer left. We used approximately 1,500 liters to get those last two fields done. That was field 27 and field 17 that you see flashing there on the map. Yeah, it didn't take us very long. I mean, I say that it kind of took us a fair amount of time to get those two fields done. I feel like the working width on this spreader was a little bit smaller than the spreader that we had for the first couple fields, but nonetheless, I mean, we're done, and yeah, we still have plenty of fertilizer left to do as we see fit with. So I'm just going to kind of pull up here alongside the tent, as similar to last time. We are going to offload our fertilizer, and then yeah, we're just going to basically pull around here, jump out of the tractor. I am going to move our truck. We are going to park our truck over here by our tent as well, and we'll park right underneath of it just like that. I like it. Look at that. Looks like we're just on like a little bit of a camping trip right now. Let's go ahead. Let's get these two contracts turned in. We're going to collect and collect. There's another $22,000. Yeah, basically $22,000. Yeah, I'd say 22 and some change. Takes us up to $45,000 total in the bank for day one here in the month of August. Once more, I just want to take a look at the sales page. There's really nothing up that I would like to purchase. The rest of these, for the most part, are just fertilizing contracts. We have one harvesting contract, which realistically I don't feel like is worth our time. That's $1,600. The plowing contracts are definitely pretty tempting. I will say that. Now, I would be more apt to do the plowing contracts if we had this plow right here. That'd be the one. And then just bump it up to the 9 meter. Yeah, that would be, I mean, we could. I mean, I'm just saying. We really could just go ahead and just buy it. Just have it. But here's what's going to happen. We're going to put a wrap on this episode right now for where we currently are. We got a lot of contracts done today. We have, I will admit there are a ton. I hate to pass up on some of these plowing contracts because they are going to be some very good money. But we're just, I'm at a point right now where that's not really what I want to go into doing. Maybe we'll take on a couple of these plowing contracts in the next episode. We'll lease the plow. that we just looked at, the Lizard 9-meter. We'll lease the equipment. Well, quote, borrow the equipment. And then we'll have that plow, the Lizard 9-meter plow, to do these fields, which is going to very, very much expedite our process in getting these contracts completed. Ladies and gentlemen, from Frankenmuth Farms, that's going to do it for the first episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video and are excited to see what continues to come from the Start From Scratch series. Looking at things the way they are right now, I may end up bumping this up to hard economy just so we don't make too much money too quickly. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking of the series. Let me know what you would like to see from the series. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next episode.